The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.
Curtis Stone, how are you?
I'm doing really good, thanks. How are you?
It is an honor to meet the sexiest celebrity chef.
I don't know what to say to that.
So first, let's start right out of the gate with asking you, you're in Canada, it's supposed to be spring, it's freezing cold and snowing, people are getting sick. What would you say as a chef that people should be eating in order to stay healthy, maybe not get sick?
I don't think that you have to change what you're eating. I think you have to move. You have to come down to Florida or California. Every time I come to Canada, I speak to my friends who live here in Toronto, and every single time they say, it was just beautiful last week, or it's not normally this cold this time of year. I'm like, it's always cold whenever I come to Canada, so stop making excuses. I quite like the cold. I enjoy it. It's fine. You know what? Food's all about good seasons, and if you can get your hands on the ingredients that belong to that season, and albeit this year spring's come in a little late, then that's fine. Just enjoy it for what it is right now, because in a month or so the sun will come out, I promise, and you'll get good asparagus and rhubarb and all that sort of stuff that belongs to spring. So for right now, seeing it's still this cold, you should be making soups, you should be making stews, you should be using root vegetables, because let's face it, it's a tail end of winter.
Chili.
Maybe chili, good idea.
Which brings me to my next question. It is the day-old question, the long-lasting question on the Roz and Mocha Show about chili from a crock pot. I love crock pot chili, but Roz of the Roz and Mocha Show says that people who use crock pots are people who don't appreciate food.
Why? I don't get that. Of course good food can come out of a crock pot. This man's insane. It's delicious. A good chili is unbelievable.
He says that you don't even appreciate the cooking of the food when you use a crock pot, and it's for working moms.
Well, then I'm a working mum, because I actually like food that comes out of a crock pot. Once in a while, like within reason, everything shouldn't come out of a crock pot, but something like a chili, that should be cooked low and slow, that's all right.
Now, you've traveled the world and you've experienced food everywhere. Where would you say in this world has maybe the most unique and the most awesome food?
Well, it's easy. It's Japan. I mean, the thing about Japan, like if you think about in Italy, we have pasta and antipasti and I'm already running out. Things out of a wood fire oven. In France you have soups and you have braises and you have roasts. Like there's a handful of things. In Japan, there's teppanyaki, sushi, rabada. There's God, there's so many different types of food. I told you it's been a long day. Ramen, you name it, and you can just keep on going and going. There's all these different genres of food underneath that Japanese umbrella. So, and they're all unique and different and for a reason. So I love it over there.
Now, you have a child, right?
I do. His name's Hudson.
And Roz of the Roz and Mocha Show has a baby girl as well named Roxy. And it seems that having children is the new thing right now. So is it hard to cook healthy or to cook fun for a child? Because, a lot of new moms are listening right now.
What do you mean it's the new thing, you idiot? People have been having children for years, forever.
No, it's the new fad.
You're so funny. Okay, so, what was the question?
How do you cook when you have children at home and you're like a chef?
Yeah.
Right? How do you still have fun in the
course.
kitchen when you have kids that don't really want anything except French fries?
Well, you don't give them French fries and they don't know that they want them, first of all. But what you need to do is go and get a copy of my new cookbook. It's called What's for Dinner? Recipes for a Busy Life. And that's what parents are. They have busy lives. And if you think about the challenges that we're faced with every single day, trying to get a healthy, delicious meal on the table for your family, it's not easy. So what I've done is I've characterized our challenges into different days of the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday all have a different proposition.
Oh, cool.
One is Time Saving Tuesday, one is Motivated Monday, which is healthy, One Pot Wednesday, 5 Ingredient Friday, Thrifty Thursday,
Crockpot Sunday.
You know what? I'm going to change it. Crockpot Sunday. It's actually Family Supper Sunday, which could be
Same thing.
Crockpot Sunday. So it's you go to that chapter. There's a bunch of recipes that are going to solve the problems that you face with when you cook, and then you'd have no more trouble in the kitchen.
Because I guess that if you start cooking healthy for a child, they'll never know the difference. Right? They'll eat their Brussels sprouts.
Right.
And, who knows?
Show me an Indian kid that doesn't like curry. Show me a Japanese kid that doesn't like sushi. We grow to love the food that we're introduced to, and if you introduce your kids to fruits and vegetables and beans and legumes and all those great things, they will enjoy them.
Now, you've been engaged for quite some time. When are you going to get married?
We're doing it this year. We haven't set a date just yet. Well, we have actually. We're just not telling anyone. We just want it to be quite private. So we're going to do it sometime later this year.
Oh, congratulations in advance.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's fantastic. Now, if there was a gun to your head and you were like seconds away from dying and you had to say one vegetable, one ingredient, something that everyone must use all the time as you're exiting advice in cooking, what would it be? There's a gun to your head.
Garlic. Garlic's one. It's so high in vitamin C and so good for you, and it also fights off all sorts of colds. You were asking before about, you know, what do you need to be eating this time of year? Garlic. So the thing about garlic is it is so full of flavour and so versatile. You can use it in a million different ways.
Now, last question for you. Since you do have friends in Toronto, you like coming to Canada often.
Yep.
What would you say food-wise is something that Canada is known for? And please don't say maple syrup or what is it, pea-meal bacon?
Poutine.
Or poutine.
You know, I think the thing about Canada for me that stands out is it's so multicultural, and you really do have this interesting outlook on the world. Like, you come to Toronto and there's all sorts of people from all sorts of places, and I think that the cuisine really resembles that. You know, you can eat in a bunch of different styles here. There isn't a dish that sort of, in my opinion, sort of shows off what Canada's all about. You know, there's more a style which is quite young. You know, Canada feels like a young country to me. It feels like a very multicultural country to me, and a very open experimental culture, which I think is really special when it comes to food.
I do have to add in one more question, Curtis.
Yeah.
So it's Mocha's birthday today, so
Yes.
say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mocha.
Now, what would a sexy birthday meal be? If you had to cook a sexy meal for Mocha for his birthday, what would it be?
Look, I think sexy food is all about chilling out, relaxing, enjoying yourself, eating with your hands, you know. So if you were to do some shrimp that needed to be peeled, or some clams or mussels, you know, stuff that's quite textural that you can get into and not have to sit there and like feel like you have to be so precious and formal. You should be comfortable. That's what's sexy. So when someone's sexy, they look like they're having a lot of fun.
What about like an aphrodisiac? Why don't you throw an aphrodisiac on the dish?
Because I think it's a bit corny, because it doesn't really work. That's my first thing. Like, you can eat as many oysters as you want. Doesn't mean you want to chase around your wife or your husband. But I just think that, you know, like, then you start to get this precious, fancy attitude towards it. When, you know, sexy food can be, babe, I made you some homemade pasta, and I'm going to toss it with a thing, put it there, we're going to share it together, open a nice bottle of wine. Fantastic.
That's so... see, now I'm turned on.
Oh, Jesus, that's weird.
Hey, you know, have you ever thought, and I think this is funny, that if you ever married Sharon Stone, she wouldn't have to change her last name?
That thought did cross my mind at one point in my life, I'm not going to lie to you, and yeah, it didn't work out that way.
Perfect. Thank you very much. A true honor to meet you. You've been tons of fun.
Nice to meet you too, mate.
The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.